If you've ever watched a ticket land on the wrong team or seen a customer get an email before anyone was even assigned to their case, trigger order is exactly what broke it. This guide covers how Zendesk trigger order of execution works, why the sequence matters, and how to organize your rules so automation actually does what you expect. Every time a ticket is created or updated, Zendesk checks every active trigger from top to bottom. Running means conditions are being checked. Firing means those conditions matched and actions are executing. All triggers run on every change. Only the ones that match actually do anything. Here's why order matters. Trigger A reads the subject line and sets priority to high. Trigger B routes tickets to the urgent support group when priority is high. If B runs before A, the priority is still the default when routing happens, and the ticket goes to the wrong team. After every ticket change, Zendesk runs your full trigger list from the top. If any trigger fires and modifies the ticket, the cycle immediately restarts. This continues until an entire pass completes with 0 triggers firing. One ticket update can cause your triggers to run multiple times, which is by design for chaining workflows. Zendesk has 4 trigger types with different timing. Ticket triggers run on any ticket create or update and are the most common. Messaging and chat triggers run only on specific events in those channels. Object triggers run when custom object records change. Each type is managed separately in Admin Center. Zendesk recommends a 5-phase trigger order. First, set defaults like priority and brand. Second, categorize and tag based on ticket content. Third, route and assign based on those categories. Fourth, handle workflow actions like status changes. Fifth, send notifications. By the time a customer gets an email, their ticket has been routed and assigned correctly. Trigger categories are more than just labels. When you reorder a category, every trigger inside it moves with it. This lets you shift your entire notification phase below your entire routing phase in one drag, rather than moving individual triggers one by one. Experienced Zendesk admins keep triggers focused on a single outcome. Instead of one trigger that categorizes, assigns, and notifies, use 3 separate triggers. When something breaks, you know exactly which one caused it. And changing your notification template cannot accidentally break your routing logic. The most common trigger order mistake is simple. Notification triggers sitting above routing triggers. A customer receives a confirmation email before anyone is assigned to their ticket. The fix is just as simple. Move every notification trigger to the bottom of your trigger list. After all, routing and assignment triggers have run. Overriding happens when 2 triggers both set the same field. Trigger A sets priority to high, then trigger B resets it to normal. The fix is to use is-not-set conditions, so later triggers only write when earlier ones have not acted. Infinite loops happen when triggers undo each other's changes. Break them by adding a processing tag the loop-breaking trigger checks before firing again. Reordering triggers takes 4 steps. Go to Admin Center, open Objects and Rules, then Triggers, then click Edit Order. Drag your triggers or entire categories into position and click Save. Create test tickets afterward to confirm each trigger fires in the sequence you expect. If your trigger list keeps growing and maintenance is taking more time than the automation saves, eesel AI takes a completely different approach. Instead of conditions and actions, you describe what the AI should handle in plain English. It learns from your past tickets, helps center articles and macros, then handles routing and responses without a single trigger to configure. Stop rebuilding trigger chains every time your support workflow changes. Try eesel AI free for 7 days at eesel.ai. No credit card required and no trigger configuration needed to get started.